Hi, let's see how we can create a customer in ERPNext. The first and foremost thing that we need to do is need to go to the selling module and select customer from here, or from the awesome search bar you can search for new customer and just select new customer from here to go straight into the new customer creation screen. We'll take the main route by clicking the customer. So when you click the customer, you get the list of existing customers within the system. So you can see it in different views. You can always go to the report view just to see it in the report view, or go back to the list view, the default view. So if you need to create a new customer, click add customer. So by default you can see in the quick mode of entry, wherein you can give the basic details and create it, or go straight into the edit full form view, wherein you can give the entire details. Here the different details that are required to create a customer is split into different tabs for the convenience of data entry. So the first thing that you need to create or add into the system is the customer name itself. So you can give a customer name. If there's a territory for that customer, you can add a territory. If there's a customer group associated with it, you can select a customer group. And if there is any default price list that we plan to associate with this customer, you can select it from here. So it's a standard selling. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And you can just save it. So now you have the customer ready. So now you can add additional details that are associated with the customer. The first and foremost thing that you need to add is a customer address. So go into the contact and address tab, click new address. You can do this in a quick edit view or go into the detail view to enter the customer address. Okay, logo. Okay, so these are the details that needs to be entered. Okay, and if there is a phone number associated with it, you can give the phone number also. If there are mobile email associated, you can give that as well. And if there are any tax categories that are associated with this customer, you can select that as well. Okay, and if this address needs to be the preferred billing address for this customer, you can set that so that when you raise a customer invoice or a pro form or a sales order, by default this address is taken care. So once you have this information, save it. Okay, so you now have the customer address there. So I just can try and add a new email address also. So I just want to save it as well. Okay, So now you have all the details regarding the customer address. Now you can go back to the customer, okay, and you have the address. Just refresh it, you get the address there. Okay. Okay. Now you have the customer address in here. If there is any tax associated with it, you can set the tax details, any specific accounting information which this customer has to go through. So even that can be set in here. If there's a sales team associated with this particular customer, you can just click add row, and if the salesperson, so just select the salesperson. That's it. Okay. And if these are certain requirements or the certain rules that we set in the system, for example, for this particular customer, if a sales order is not required for creating an invoice, or a delivery note is not required for creating an invoice, just check this so that we will be able to create an invoice without create a sales order, or will be able to create a sales invoice without creating a delivery note. And what this disabled mentions here is, if you want to disable this customer from further creating an invoice or an order, just disable it over here. Okay, so now we have the details associated with a customer. You can see it over here. Now the next step is to save these changes. Okay, so what this warning shows is, we created a sales team over here, a contribution percentage has to be done. Since there is only one salesperson here, you can mention it as 100%. Okay, and just save it. Since we don't plan to give any commission for the salesperson, we haven't given the commission rate. Now we have the customer ready and ready to go for the next step of creating a sales order or a sales invoice. All the activities pertaining to a particular customer can be done from this dashboard over here. So in order to create a sales order, just click the plus button over here, which in this case takes us to a sales order creation screen. Thank you.